to Mystic Soul Tarot. My name is Jess, and today I am continuing the readings for the signs. I'm going to be doing about 3 cards per sign. Work, love, and guidance from your spirit guides. And I'm also going to be pulling a self-care card for you guys for each sign. There's no date for this reading. I trust that when you click on this video and watch it, that's when you're meant to receive the message or messages. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck today, and we're going to be shuffling on camera. Let's see, is there anything else I need to talk about? No, I think that's pretty much it. We're going to be starting with Leo today. Happy birthday, Leo. This is your birthday season. My rising sign is Leo. I think I mentioned it before. And yeah, I just feel very connected to Leo energy sometimes. Yeah, so this video is going to be Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. If you're one of the signs that I did earlier, please go ahead and check out my other video where I did Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. So if one of those are maybe your moon signs, your rising signs, or your Venus, then there might be something in there for you that resonates as well. So if you want to go ahead and check those out. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. All right, what does the sign of Leo need to know in this particular moment when they watch this video? Normally, I would already pull cards for you guys and then record after they've already been pulled instead of shuffling on camera. But the thing about that is once the cards come out for one sign, obviously I can record the video separately, but if I'm doing it all together, I just prefer shuffling on camera for these types of videos, especially. Some people like the shuffling. I'm sure some people don't. You can always fast forward to the part where the cards are already laid out. But I know some people do like listening to the shuffling and they say it's relaxing. So yeah. I thought I would just shuffle on camera. All right, the sign of Leo, my lions. What does Leo need to know? All right, 2 cards came out for you. The Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. Wow. 2 major arcana cards already. I love that High Priestess card. And the Magician. Leo, you guys got 3 major arcana cards. That's amazing. All right, and like I said, this is work, love, and guidance from your spirit guides, maybe from, your angels, your archangels. All right. Okay, Leos. So for your work card, you got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not sure if another sign already got this card. I think Aries might have gotten this one, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so for your work reading, you guys are going through some changes right now. If you already haven't started, there's going to be these major changes coming to your work life. So it could be the start of a new job, the start of a new creative venture for you, or yeah, just like a change of job or change of even residence. There's just a lot of changes coming for you guys. And I know I keep saying the word changes, but it's like very important here, So yeah, the Wheel of Fortune tells us all about the ending of one cycle and the start of another. And there are a few cards that represent that, but they all kind of have their own energy in the way they represent it. So for example, the Death card represents the end of, maybe the end of your former self and the start of someone new, that you're becoming, a transformation. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is more, always to me, it's always been more like career related, you know, material side related, very pentacle kind of energy. So yeah, to me, this is, you know, a big change coming for you that is going to kind of not uproot your life in a negative way, but you know, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, because it's going to be such a big change for you guys. So if you have been like waiting for a new job to come through, or you've just been exploring your options, you've been maybe considering starting a business, going back to school, whatever it may be, this card is telling us that there's going to be, you know, a major shift in your life in regards to work. And then for your love card, you got the High Priestess. So I love this card so much because it's a card about being connected to your intuition, being a master of your emotions, and, you know, just having this clarity and this kind of like deep innate knowing. So if you've been like maybe considering somebody, I feel like this is very much telling you to trust your gut instinct when it comes to who you consider being in a relationship with. Maybe you're finally discovering, you know, who you really are, and maybe at the moment you're not really looking for anything, and you're mostly trying to tap into your own personal power and your own personal, you know, self-love. So this card is really powerful in the love position. I just feel like this Tigress here is you're just really coming into your own energy, coming into your own strength, really just connecting with yourself and your inner, you know, your inner intuition, and really tapping into that potential that you have. So that is a lovely card. And then for your guidance card, you have one of my favorite cards ever as well. You have the card of the Magician. So the Magician is all about mastery and success, especially when it comes to spirituality. So maybe you've been having a sort of spiritual awakening, and it's super interesting because I feel like this you know, common theme of spiritual growth and learning and tapping into your higher self is kind of been a theme for a lot of the signs recently, because I also watch a lot of pick a card readings on YouTube, a lot of general sign readings on YouTube as well, and there's almost like this common theme of just everybody kind of having this spiritual awakening and this spiritual growth. Obviously, it's not going to resonate for every single person of the sign of Leo, but if you're someone who is really, you know, interested in spirituality and religion and stuff like that, I feel like your guides want you to know that they want you to delve even deeper into it, that they want you to be more as connected as you can be to your higher self, to Mother Nature, and that you have the tools that you need. Don't ever feel like you can't read your own cards, you can't look for your messages yourself. Don't feel like you have to kind of have this messenger or this middleman in order to receive these messages from your spirit guides, and in order to have this you know, spiritual up-leveling. So I feel like this card is saying tap into that energy yourself, you know, tap into the spiritual growth and this inner power that you have. It's really amplified here with the High Priestess. So I feel like these three cards are saying these big changes are coming, and it's for the better, and they really want you tapping into your own personal power and your own just vibrancy and passion, and you guys are doing wonderful. I always think of that meme, you're doing amazing, sweetie. So you really are. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull a self-care card for you guys. So what should the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus do in terms of self-care? What can they do in order to tap into this Magician energy and this High Priestess energy even more? If no cards pop out, I'll just go ahead and cut the deck and pull one for you guys. It's all it's all the same. It's nice when they pop out by themselves, because then it's like, oh, you know, spirit guides really want me to know this in particular, or to pass this particular message along. But sometimes they don't, and that's perfectly okay. So self-care for Leo. Energy work. This is actually perfect, considering that you got the Magician for your guidance card. So here we see this lovely woman, and she is just really, really delving deep into meditation, into self-reflection. She's, you know, has all her chakras are open and aligned, and she's just really connected, you know, just connected with everything, connected with the cosmos. Her hair is like the universe, and I love that. So yeah, I feel like if you guys don't meditate or are just kind of getting into it, your spirit guides really want you to delve deep into it. You know, you don't have to start big. You don't have to feel like you have to meditate for an hour each day. Start with something simple, you know, take 5 minutes here and there, take 10 minutes, 15, 20, build it up, because a lot of the times when we first start meditating, unless you're, you know, a complete natural at it, it is super, super hard to quiet your mind. So even if it takes baby steps, don't feel like you have to do all of this in one day. Don't feel like, if, you know, don't feel frustrated if you're not getting it, because Rome wasn't built in a day. And you are making strides, even if you're not, you know, physically seeing the results. There, you know, one day you're just going to wake up and feel super, super connected. And you're going to be like, when did this transformation happen? And it's just going to be like a completely different version of you. One that's very spiritually connected and very spiritually masterful. So yeah. Leo, this has been your reading. I see wonderful, wonderful things coming for you. Just keep doing your energy work. Keep, you know, doing your spirit work, and the rest will follow. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get right into Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Virgos are great planners. Very intelligent, very detail oriented, and I definitely admire that about you guys. All right, so what does the lovely sign of Virgo need to know? Virgo's sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What does the sign of Virgo need to know in this particular moment? Okay, so for your work, you got the Four of Pentacles. So maybe maybe money is a little bit tight at the moment, or you've been keeping a real, you know, tight grip on your finances and have been really money motivated, not in a negative sense, just more in a, I need to save money, I need to, you know, invest money, I need to, maybe you have a goal that you've been saving for. Maybe you have, you know, plans that require you to kind of have this, you know, saving plan in your head. I get this overall sense of you being very careful and very safe with your finances. All right, let's see about love. What is in store for love for the sign of Virgo? Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay, I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. If no more cards pop out, I'm just going to go ahead and pull some for you guys. This one kind of wanted to flip over. The Tower. Very interesting energy for love. And I'm going to actually pull a clarifier for you. But I'm going to do that after the guidance card. Yeah, when I see kind of big cards like that, especially because I'm doing only 3 cards per sign, just because there's so many signs, but I would love to do more in-depth readings for each sign. So when I see a card like that, that's super intense, you know, I'll pull a clarifier. But for right now, what guidance do your spirit guides have for you? What guidance do spirit guides have for the sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign of Virgo? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a card. All right, so your guidance is a 7 of Swords. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a clarifier for your Tower card. Please, spirit guides, help clarify the Tower for the sign of Virgo. The Hierophant. All right, Virgo. Okay, so like I said, for your work situation, I see that you're currently saving up for something or making plans that are really, you know, involving your financials. So maybe you've been budgeting, maybe you've been saving for a goal, maybe you have a plan to move or a plan to purchase, you know, make a big purchase. Whatever it is, I see you saving for something. And then you also got the 6 of Pentacles in the base of your shuffle. So whatever you're saving for, or whatever you've been, you know, being so responsible and so kind of like watchful over your finances, is going to pay off to where you're going to be able to indulge a little bit. So that's what I'm seeing here in regards to your finances. I feel like your finances is a very straightforward card. It's more in the aspect of love and guidance that it gets, you know, a little bit more in depth. So that's what I'm going to focus on a little bit more. So for your love card, you got the Tower. So the Tower is all about something coming to an end, something changing. So maybe you're currently just, you know, recently getting out of a relationship, or you've come to a realization something big has happened to where it's kind of shook you a little bit. And then we see these 2 like lightning over here. It's 2 lightning, what's that called? Lightning rod? No, I don't know if that's right, but you have 2 over here and then 1 over here. So I'm seeing like this big change, this like the end of the end of a cycle. So I'm seeing either an end of a relationship here, or maybe just the end of a longing for a relationship. I just see a sudden change here that kind of shook you a little bit, or a lot of it, depending on, you know, your situation. And with the Hierophant here, I feel like this bird right here, this crow, is you. So I feel like something changed drastically in your love life recently to where you're more like guarded now. What I'm getting from the Hierophant as the clarifier, it's almost like, and I'm sorry if I ramble a little bit or take a little bit of time, I'm just trying to feel out this energy, you know, as the cards come up right on the video. Usually I'll shuffle whatever cards come out and then lay them all out and kind of get the story from it. But of course that takes a few minutes. So when I'm doing it like right as the cards are coming out, it takes a little bit longer. So sorry about that. Yeah, so it's almost like you're very guarded now. You're like very protective of whatever this key is here, whatever this can represent. So I feel like this big change happened, maybe a relationship ended, and maybe not in, you know, a great way as represented by the Tower. So whatever cycle and, you know, romantic cycle came to an end for you, you just feel more guarded now. Like, you know exactly what you want from now on, and you won't take, you know, just anything. And I don't mean like you were just taking anything, you know, I don't mean like you were just going with the first person that came off the street. That's not what I mean. I'm referring to how you're going to be more guarded and more tactful when it comes to who you allow into your life in the future. So the fact that this crow is like so protective of this key, it's almost like this key is like, you know, your inner self, your true self, and like kind of like your gifts and your personality. I feel like this crow is just heavily guarding the essence of his or herself. So whatever relationship came to an end, or whatever big drastic change happened in your love life recently, it's definitely changed you in a way that you're more guarded now. And I know I keep saying that, but I just feel like this crow, and usually the Hierophant represents tradition, represents a mentor, but in this case I feel like it represents you. Like, you know, you've not necessarily been hardened by this relationship ending, not necessarily been you know, like, you're not callous because of it, you're not indifferent because of it, but you are more receptive to who you let into your heart and who you let into your life. And you're just more protective of yourself, which is completely understandable. And I just see you having more of a mental clarity, having the understanding of what you want and what you're going to allow, and the love that you're going to accept. And it's almost like you're not going to accept anything less than what you feel like you deserve. And that's perfectly understandable. And then for your guidance card, you got the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is kind of like a little bit of like keeping secret, something you keep to yourself. You see here that this fox is quote unquote sleeping, and resting on this sword, on this seventh sword here, but he or she has one eye open. So it's almost like you're being very careful, or if you're not being very careful with your finances, with your relationship, just with whatever area of your life right now you're kind of being guarded about, or if you're not being too guarded with the moves you're making in terms of relationships or career, I feel like your spirit guides want you to be. So what I mean by that is that they want you to keep close to you, you know, what the things that are important to you. So a lot of the times we may speak on our plans a little bit too early. We may confide in people that in hindsight, you know, shouldn't have been confided in. So considering this Four of Pentacles card came up for you in work, and then you have the Six of Pentacles at the base of your shuffle, I feel like this guidance is more in terms of your financials. That's the feeling I'm getting here. So whatever you're planning, whatever big goal you're trying to attain, whatever, you know, whatever you're currently saving for at the moment and being so diligent about in terms of your finances, keep that to yourself. You know, obviously, if you have someone who you obviously trust with all your heart and you know they don't want anything but the best for you, and all they do is uplift you and support you, obviously you can, you know, tell that person or people like that in your life what your plans are. But in terms of just speaking freely about it, you know, sometimes without even realizing it, people can kind of put out a negative vibe or not be as supportive as we would hope them to be. And whether they intend to or not, this energy of, you know, judgment and sometimes maybe even envy gets put out into the universe and can, you know, have an effect on our own energies, our own thoughts, and our own manifestations. So take that advice as you will. I just feel like they want you to be guarded with your finances and who you allow to know about your, you know, your big plans and your big goals. All right, Virgo, so let's go ahead and pull a self-care card for y'all. A few more shuffles if nothing comes out, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for you guys. Well, I guess just one card. All right, and Virgo's self-care card is intuition. Intuition. So I feel like this goes very well with the Seven of Swords here. So the fact that this little fox is so protective of this one sword and is just very guarded, I feel like it really ties in with this intuition card. So, and also with the Hierophant. So, like I was saying earlier, you've been, after this Tower event happened, and you had this new mental clarity of what you want and what you will accept and who you want in your life, who you don't want in your life, what, you know, influences you want around you. And with this guidance card of keep your affairs, you know, to yourself, at least until you're sure that, you know, the plans you had and the goals you were trying to reach, that they are, you know, if not already accomplished, you know, positively within reach. So to me, this intuition card tells me to trust your gut when it comes to who you give yourself to and who you trust with your plans and your goals. All right, Virgo, so this has been your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please consider giving the video a like, sharing it, and subscribing to this channel. It would mean so much to me. I'm going to be doing these videos as often as I can, and I love sharing the messages that I see with you guys. So if you would like to support my channel and keep receiving, you know, notifications from these videos, then please go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, we're going to be moving on to Libra now. Just going to take a deep breath and get out of the energy of Virgo. So what does the sign of Libra need to know? My mom is a Libra. I don't believe I have any Libra in my chart, but Libras are very, very intelligent. Very emotionally and diplomatically intelligent. They hate conflict. Their card in the tarot is the Justice card. So they're just very, very, for the most part, of course, very fair people, very kind people, at least in my personal experience. All right, what does the sign of Libra need to know in this particular moment? What does the sign of Libra? All right, this one kind of wanted to come out. The Nine of Cups in your work card. I love seeing the Nine of Cups. Right, work card and a guidance card, please, for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Your love card, you got the Four of Cups. So Libra, maybe you're not, there's something you're not seeing in relation to your love life. Guidance card for Libra, please. One more card for Libra as guidance from his or her spirit guides. Okay, you got two. The Justice card. This is you, Libra. This is your energy. That's super interesting that it comes out. A lot of the times when I do a reading or watch a reading for Scorpio, the Death card always comes out because the Scorpio energy is so strong. And then it's super interesting that for your reading, Libra, your card came out. And I just mentioned it earlier. That's super interesting. So yeah, this is your energy, Libra. This is your energy. And let's go ahead and get right into your reading. So for your work card, the Nine of Cups came up. So what this tells me is that you've been really wishing for something. Maybe you've been wishing for a new job. Maybe you've been wishing for, if you have a business, for your business to take off more. Whatever, whatever the case may be, you've really been working hard on something and working hard to manifest whatever it is that you want. And I feel like the Seven of Pentacles kind of goes with this work card, but I'm gonna tie into it when I get to this card. But I just want to say that you are wishing for something hard and you are working hard for something, working hard to manifest something, and you're on the right track, and your spirit guides want you to keep working on that positivity, working on that manifestation. And then for your love card, you got the Four of Cups, Libra. So the Four of Cups is a card about not seeing the blessings that we have in front of us. So maybe if you're in a relationship, you're kind of you know, maybe you're kind of getting bored of the relationship, or just feeling like it's not stimulating you enough. Or if you're single, maybe you've been dwelling on the fact that you're single and not seeing that this is a great time for you to focus on yourself, focus on, you know, just expanding your knowledge in terms of, you know, what you want to do in life, your spirituality, just working on growing aspects of yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself that you can be. So, like I said, if you're single, don't try to focus so much on the fact that you're single. Focus on that this is an important time where, you know, you can take this time to work on yourself and to better yourself. And once you do that, the right person is going to find you. If you're in a relationship and you're feeling kind of bored, like, you know, especially with everything going on right now, you know, I'm not going to get into it, but it is very easy to kind of get feel like we're in a rut. So if you feel like you're in a relationship rut or just in an emotional rut, just this card reminds us that there is a lot of blessings and a lot of things we have to be grateful for. So try to, you know, kind of spice things up again. Try to think about the fact that if you're in a relationship and you're, you know, getting kind of bored with the relationship, what can you do to you know, kind of rekindle that fire? Unless, and you know if something is completely over or if something can be salvaged. And if you feel like it's worth salvaging, then, you know, what can you do in order to contribute more to this relationship? Try not to think so much about what the other person is not doing or what the other person could do. You know, think about what you're offering in this relationship as well, and think about the blessings that you have and everything you have to be grateful for. And then for your guidance card, you got the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a card all about putting in hard work and finally starting to see results. So I feel like it really ties in with this Nine of Cups card. So whatever you've been working so hard to manifest or to make come true, or whatever hard work you've been putting in terms of your career, this card is telling me that your spirit guides want you to know you're on the right path, and they want you to keep going and to keep working hard, because you're going to be able to achieve it, and what you're wishing so hard for is going to become your reality. And then, yeah, this card over here is a card representing you, representing your energy, the duality of just, you know, the Justice card. The Justice card is a card about truth, and I feel like you're someone who's very true to themselves, very true to their energy and to their desires and their beliefs. So yeah, this is just embodying your energy. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull a self-care card for you, Libra. So what can Libra do in order to unwind and to feel more connected? Okay, so you got two cards. Sorry, three. So create art, dance, and clear your energy field. So I feel like this is would be a very fun kind of cleansing ritual to do. I feel like this is your own little mini ritual that the cards have come out with. So if you're someone artistic, and maybe this Nine of Cups card is like you're wishing to you know, if you started a business and you want more recognition or you want more exposure as an artist, you're going to be able to manifest that. And you know, your spirit guides want you to keep creating art, keep and it doesn't necessarily have to be visual art. If you're a musician, just whatever you use to express yourself and express your creativity. Maybe you're a writer. Libras are usually very great writers. So just whatever is your outlet, you know, is your creative outlet, and you use it to express yourself, they want you to keep going with that and keep creating. Dance, of course, very self-explanatory. And then clear your energy field. You want to make sure that you are cleansing your aura and just cleansing the space around you so that it's not bogged down with all of this energy that it picks up over, you know, over time. You could do that with sage, like the lady in the card is doing. You can, you know, set crystals around the house, or if you feel like there's a space in your home that has a specific amount of energy, or it just feels a little chaotic when you enter a certain room, you know, you can feel very receptive to this energy if you open yourself up to it. So whatever you feel needs to be cleansed and cleared in your life, you know, your spirit guides definitely want you to go ahead and do that. All right, Libra, this has been your reading. And we're gonna go ahead and get right into Scorpios, my lovely, lovely fellow Scorpios. I'm a Scorpio sun, and I feel like the sign of Scorpio really defines a big chunk of my personality. So Scorpios were very mysterious, very enigmatic, very drawn to the spiritual, very connected to our intuition, and very just receptive to energy and, you know, and the like. So for your work, you got the 10 of Swords. So maybe you're feeling disappointed with how your job is going. Maybe you started a new job and it wasn't quite what you were expecting, or you're just feeling overwhelmed and kind of defeated. All right, for your love card, you got choices. Please, one guidance card for Scorpio. Yeah, so Two of Swords tells us all about kind of a choice we have to make that we don't necessarily want to make, but we know what has to be done. Or maybe you're feeling stuck in a relationship, or if you're single, you feel like you're stuck and, you know, can't meet anybody. But with that eclipse, that solar eclipse above, it's saying that you know exactly what you have to do, and you're a very powerful person who has, you know, who has what it takes in order to make the right decision. Guidance card for my fellow Scorpios, please. Scorpio sun, moon, rising, and Venus. All right, the card of the world. I love seeing that. I'm going to clarify the Two of Swords, please. Clarification for the Two of Swords, Scorpio romance. Clarifier card for Scorpio love, please. This one wanted to come out, and look what we have here, the Nine of Cups. And at the base of your shuffle, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Scorpios. So like I was saying earlier, for your job, I feel like you guys are shed a lot, so you might occasionally see a strand of hair from me. Sorry about that. So yeah, you guys got the 10 of Swords. So, and the fact that this was in your career sector, I feel like you guys are feeling unfulfilled in a job at the moment. Maybe you're feeling, you know, just like something wasn't quite what you were expecting. If you started a new job and it's been more than you had bargained for, or just something, you know, unexpected that you weren't prepared for in terms of career. Yeah, so this card is telling me that you guys are not happy in a career situation at the moment. And the fact that the 9 of Cups came out, it's telling me that you guys are wishing for something better, wishing for something that's more in tune with you and, you know, your desires and your dreams. You're heavily wishing for this change. You want this better opportunity to come along. And then it's also like a clarifier for your love card as well. So maybe you're currently considering 2 options when it comes to a relationship. Maybe you've recently met somebody and you're considering whether you should start a relationship with them or if you should remain single, or you're considering 2 people, you know, that are currently in your life romantically. Whatever it may be, I see that there's a choice here that needs to be made, and it's something that's stressing you out and keeping you up at night, and maybe even kind of going into your work life or vice versa. You know, maybe your love life is affecting your work or your work is affecting your love life. Whatever it may be, I see that there's a decision that needs to be made, but that you're going to make the right decision, and it's going to bring about this wonderful change that the world is telling us about. So the World card is a card about fulfillment and happiness and, you know, completion. So whatever this situation is that's stressing you out at work, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like your current career is not what you're meant to be doing, and if you know exactly what you need to be doing in terms of career, then just take every time you go to make a move career-wise or to do something that has to do with your finances and your future, think about and ask yourself, is this putting me closer to my purpose? Is this helping me reach my fullest potential when it comes to, you know, my job and my dream career? And if the answer is yes, then make that decision, make that choice. You know, choose what is putting you closer to your purpose. And much like Libra got, the fact that you guys got the 9 of Cups, this is telling me that you are definitely wishing for something. And it could be that you're wishing, you know, for a new relationship, you're wishing for signs from the universe to know if you're on the right path in terms of your relationship or your career. Whatever it is that you're wishing for, your spirit guides, as the guidance card of the World, they're telling you that you have what it takes, you know, to follow the right path that is meant for you. So pay attention. You know, maybe you've been seeing numbers lately. You've been seeing 1111 a lot, 444, 555, and so on. These are all signs from your spirit guides. You may want to look up these numbers. Just whatever kind of catches your eye, as, you know, maybe that's a message intended for you. Just, it wouldn't hurt to take 2 or 3 minutes out of your day to you know, look it up and see exactly what these messages that your spirit guides are trying to convey to you are. So yeah, you're wishing hard for something, you're currently trying to manifest something, and it's going to come true. It's going to happen for you guys. Much like the Libra reading, the 9 of Cups in the World here is telling me that whatever you're working on is going to come true. And then especially here with the 9 of Pentacles, if whatever you're trying to manifest is career and finance related, this card is telling me that you're going to have this abundance coming from it. You're going to have this material success where you're going to be able to take time off. You're going to be able to travel more. You're going to be able to be more generous with those around you and those that need it. So yeah, just keep working hard towards what you're trying to achieve, and whatever choice you have that you need to make in terms of your relationship or your career, you know deep down exactly what you need to do, and your spirit guides want you to know that they are with you and that they are helping to guide you in the right direction. All right, a self-care card for Scorpio, please. Self-care for Scorpio. And if not all of this resonated with you, Scorpio, please consider looking at your rising, Venus, and moon signs, especially if you had more of a, like let's say a love question. You might want to look at your Venus sign, because that is more telling of how you are in terms of relationships and your love life, whereas your sun sign is like overall personality traits. Rising sign is how you appear to others. And then your moon sign is kind of like your deep feelings, deep emotions, deep wishes, and maybe even deep fears. Pull one for you guys. All right, self-care for Scorpio is to meditate. So this is actually very interesting, because I was just talking before I started filming the video about how I know that I need to meditate, and I know what I need to do in order to feel more connected to my spirit guides and to kind of receive these messages a little bit clearer, so I can pass them along to you guys even better. And I know I have to do it, and with work and everything else, life kind of gets in the way. And the fact that this card came up for me and for you guys, for us Scorpios, is actually very funny. It's so interesting how the cards can read you so accurately and kind of just drag you for filth sometimes. But yeah, so I'm gonna definitely listen to this self-care card, and I recommend my fellow Scorpios do as well. Our spirit guides want us to meditate, want us to reflect on just our inner selves, and so that we can achieve a higher consciousness. And once we meditate, a lot of the times when you meditate, especially if you're meditating on a certain question or a certain fear or something that's causing you anxiety, it's almost like this mental clarity and this relief and this understanding of what we need to do comes to us afterwards. So this is very, very lovely advice. All right, Scorpio, so this was your reading. I hope it resonated with you, and if it did, please consider giving this channel a subscribe. That's a very weird sentence. Please consider subscribing to this channel. That's better. And yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do these videos as often as I can for you guys, and I hope the message resonated. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.